You might remember that last month I took out a John Lewis card. It's the John Lewis partnership card, which thus includes Waitrose as well. And I took it out because it was offered to me by my credit score company, ClearScore, with a guaranteed acceptance, which doesn't happen very often for me for credit cards because my income, etc., means I'm not very high on their list. But it was offering 6 months interest free, and I was getting a £350 limit. So I thought, I'll take it out, I'll use it up to the limit, and then I'll put it away and pay it all back in October. That's £350 that I can then put instead into my savings account and let that accrue interest for 6 months. And then I'll pay it off and I won't use the card again. I thought it would take me quite a while to get to £350, but I am about a month into having this card and I'm almost at the limit. I moved a couple of regular payments over from other bank accounts into that account because I thought if I can get those onto an interest-free card as well, I can then put that money into the savings account and let that accrue interest. But what I've now discovered is that I knew I could accrue points that 3 times a year get turned into vouchers, which you can then spend at Waitrose as, just vouchers. And I never hold much store by those. I'm not a high spender, and it never seems to be worth it. And of course, Waitrose isn't one of my regular stores. I don't have one anywhere near me, so I didn't think anything of it. But I have the accounts app on my phone, and I've now spent in total £306, and I've gained 88 points so far. Every 100 points converts into £1. And if I've managed to accrue, well, let's say by the end of June, I will have accrued easily 100 points. That's like £1 a month. And if I can keep on using that card and gaining those points, why not? It's £1 a month, but they have long life on them, so I could just keep accruing points and then go in when I'm back in Kent where there is a Waitrose near my parents. I could then just use it with cashback ads because sometimes I get good discounts on a few things at Waitrose, and then I could turn those points back into actual cash. So I've decided to keep using that card like I was using my previous credit card, which is now just sitting there empty because I've started using this one. So what I'll need to be doing is, because I only have a £350 limit on this card at the moment, they might increase it, is just keep using it and then pay it off in bits regularly throughout the month to ensure that I still have a balance I can use, and just use it for all my day-to-day purchasing. So at the moment I'm using it for trips to the post office, which is personal stuff and business stuff. I am using it for the supermarket. I'm putting my dental bills on it. I'm petrol I'm putting on it, and I've moved my monthly Shopify payment, which is for my website, over onto that as well. So there's quite a turnover of cash on occasion. Sometimes it's a bit lower, but if I just keep using the card and not think about it, those points could really rack up. So I'm going to keep using this as a regular card, and let's see how many points I can rack up before I next get the vouchers. So from what I can understand, you get the vouchers in, I think it's June, October and December. So my next one, I don't think I'll get it in June, because I won't have reached the limit in time. It might be the beginning of the month, I'm not sure. But October will be the next time that the points are converted into vouchers. So let's see how I get on between now and October. If I'm accruing, say, £1's worth of vouchers every month, that's, you know, £4 or £5. Every little helps. And as I've shown, when you accrue points like that and cashback apps and gift cards from surveys, you can really make a difference to your food bill. So I could just keep racking up the bills, and when the vouchers pay out, when I'm next down and I'm near a Waitrose, just go in and use it and buy anything that's on a cashback app, or I could just hold them over and only use them for cashback apps, which means they're only going to get used once every quarter. So that's my tip. If you get a credit card that does give you basic rewards, and I quite like this John Lewis Waitrose one because you just accrue points, whereas a lot of cards you have to spend in certain categories or on certain brands, and that's no use to me because I'm not a brand shopper. So let's give this a go, and I'll report back in October and we'll see how we're getting on.